Welcome to the Manistee Local Podcast, and welcome back to our loyal subscribers, and a warm welcome to all of our new listeners. This podcast is brought to you by our amazing sponsors who make it possible to bring us high-quality content each and every week. We want to extend a big thank you to them for their continued support, and if you enjoy this podcast, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your feedback means everything to us and helps us continue to improve. Also, real quick, I want to take another moment to mention how our sponsors contribute to the quality of our production. Their support allows us to invest in better equipment, top-notch guests, and research, which in turn leads to even more engaging and informative episodes. So once again, thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with all of our latest episodes. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoy the show. Cheers. Guys, really quick, I just want to let you know that in the podcast that you're about to watch or listen to, we had a little bit of a technical malfunction with my mic. It doesn't come through as clean and as crisp as everybody else. The mic is dead, so basically you're just hearing me unmiked throughout the interview. You can still hear me. It's just not going to be the kind of quality from everyone else because their mics were working and mine wasn't. These are just the little stumbling blocks that as you're trying to grow a podcast, these things happen. And it was the first attempt at utilizing 4 mics for one podcast. So we're working on it. We're going to make sure that in the future these types of things don't happen. But as we grow and evolve, I'm sure we're going to have some growing pains. So bear with us. It was a really great podcast. I hope you stick around and enjoy it as much as I did having it. So enjoy the podcast. Cheers. Into it. We do appreciate you guys coming out and do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Very
fun.
cool.
a fun little
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think as business owners and being married to each other,
Yep.
there's not
Right.
a lot of
Yeah.
other people that we can
Yeah.
and talk to, kind of like what you and I talked about
Yep.
last time you were on. When you want to pitch an idea or
Right.
just lean on somebody a little bit
Yeah.
to kind of unload sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
just kind of want somebody to talk to, but
Yeah.
I think for sure one of the things we wanted to talk to tonight was your transition.
Yeah. It's been a challenge, but we know what we're doing. So it just puts a lot on. I don't know. Our home life is sometimes we just high five and
Yeah.
pass each other in the doorway, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But
This episode is brought to you by Chapo's Northside Bar, voted best burger and wings in town. Yeah, you heard that right. If you're going to go out for a burger or wings or both, you might as well go to the place that's voted the best. The best. Why wouldn't you have anything less? Look, and if you're not down for a burger or wings, that's cool. They've got salads, wraps, and sandwiches also. And this summer, it's going to get wild because on June 24th, it kicks off their summer concert series in the parking lot. Live music, folks. And guess what? It's free. Yeah. Come down for the music, stay for the fun, enjoy the best burger and wings in town. Chapo's Northside Bar. So June 24th, the Whiskey Rebels. Man, say that 10 times fast. They're going to be playing at Chapo's Northside Bar, and this is going to kick off the start of the outdoor concert series. That's June 24th. Whiskey Rebels. Go check it out. Cheers. This episode is brought to you by Just Clean, Manistee's premier car wash located at 146 Cleveland Street or just north of the US 31 bridge. Look, if you're anything like me, you're not going to spend an hour or two in the hot summer sun in your driveway trying to wash your vehicle. I don't have time for that. So I always take my truck to Just Clean. I choose their ultimate car wash, which includes a triple foam conditioner, a ceramic coating plus wax, and a 60-second heated blow dry. They are the only car wash in town offering the ceramic coating. For my money, I choose Just Clean, and I hope you do too. This episode is brought to you by Brandon Ball, broker-owner of Dwelling Realty in Manistee, Michigan. Listen, are you looking to sell your home? Then look no further. When you list with Brandon Ball, you'll get a trusted advisor who will guide you through the entire selling process. With extensive knowledge of the local market, he'll help you price your home competitively to attract the right buyers. And with proven market strategies, your home will be seen by the most qualified buyers. With his 17 years in the business, you'll have someone who's experienced and on your side. Contact Brandon today to get started selling your home. 231-690-4981 or Brandon at dwellingrealty.com. Do you see that, like, kind of slowly becoming a little bit better, or is it getting a little bit more difficult because you're taking on more?
No, I mean, I do see it getting better. It's gotten better. I mean, it was, it was shock at first. I mean, that probably for the first year, just felt like a zombie, just going, trying to do the best I could, but there were definitely moments where you just zone out, and it's like, man.
So for people that are either listening or watching this now, your dad passed away.
Right.
He was the business.
He was the head guy.
And would you say you were like the number two then? You kind of stepped into that role.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. Right, the whole family, we all worked together. But yeah, I mean, I kind of, grew up doing this and didn't really ever fade away from it. I just stuck with it and stuck by my dad's side, and we were tight. I mean, we were close. I mean, we worked together, played together, and thankfully, learned the business that way. Started shoveling, just like anyone, I guess, but worked through, worked the way up the ranks, and so I feel comfortable with what we're doing, but it took a while to, took a while to get there.
It's an interesting dynamic. Usually fathers and sons can't.
Right.
Yeah.
We do hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, we had our
had
moments.
their moments.
Yeah, definitely
I
had
can
our
imagine.
Yeah.
but overall, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
So he passes away, and then it's still business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, that was tough. I mean, he passed away on a Friday morning, and I mean, we were. I mean, literally,
Monday.
yeah. I mean, it was winter. We had to snowplow the weekend, and then right back at it Monday. And so it was. Maybe that's good, and maybe it's bad. I mean, we didn't really take any time to think about it. It's just like, man, we gotta keep going. I mean,
Get back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't stop. It's just not how it works. But it was total shock and tough. Tough for a long time. It still is tough, but
Yeah.
Have you been able to really mourn? And that's a
man,
tough
I mean,
question.
right? I know.
Deep.
It's.
I might need
like you
another
said,
glass of wine.
Yeah.
It happened.
It happened.
Business had to keep rolling.
Right,
Yeah.
right. There wasn't a lot of time to mourn or grieve. But I mean, we have. I mean, we have just in our personal time. But yeah, it's right. You got to put on that front where you're tough, and you have a group of guys too looking at you like, man, the boss is not here.
They're
any
looking for a
longer.
leader.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You got to step up and keep things moving. Otherwise, you kind of lose the confidence in the guys, I would say. They're kind of wondering too, like, what's going to happen. So tried to, establish that right away. Like, hey, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We got this. Like, we'll just keep going. So,
These are things that you never think about.
No.
no.
You never
Right.
do something like that. Well, it's just like having babies. I mean,
Yeah.
So your oldest was how old when you first bought TJ's?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
4.
4.
He was 4.
And that's
That is Talon.
Yeah.
Yep. He'll be 12 in September, and then Bo is 5. So, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, Bo was thrown right into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
how much time did you take off?
Yeah.
The second pregnancy?
Well, actually, he was born in January, so it was
Oh,
actually perfect
kinda good timing,
Yes.
yeah. Right.
So I actually did take, I think I took a solid month off. I mean, I was still in contact and, pop in and all that stuff, but I really took advantage of it being winter and slow. And, but again, I had a great crew at the time. I mean, I still do. They're all still with me. So, it was actually like perfect timing. So.
Yeah, we didn't own businesses, but like when we had Mary,
Yeah.
there was a struggle with Betsy from the CPA,
Yeah.
Right.
and it was
She was December.
3rd.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tax season
Yeah.
starts
So it's
later.
right before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's
Tough.
rough.
You know,
Yep.
and no matter what, it's like, oh, you're giving me this baby, like,
Yeah.
Yes.
everything
Right.
changes, and we had the
Yes.
older two that still needed to get to where they needed to get to, and it's just,
Yeah.
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's a
sometimes
lot.
people don't. Well, I guess you don't have to realize that when somebody owns a business or a couple owns a business or whatever,
Yeah.
especially businesses that are scaled that.
they're still
that
living
makes
lives.
sense.
Yeah,
lives.
they're
Fine.
still living their lives.
Yeah,
Yes,
You know,
kids still
Okay.
get sick.
Oh,
Adults
yeah.
still get sick.
Right.
Yes. They have,
We still have-
sports. And,
Yes.
And now we're into baseball season.
Yeah.
And Bo's doing T-ball,
Right.
Talon's in baseball. And I text him today. I'm like, you need to help me with this schedule, keeping track of
Yeah.
practice and games. And that's a lot too.
Yeah,
Keeping track
Yeah.
of where everybody
Yeah.
needs to be at what time. And
yeah. So how do you do it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's, I was gonna get into the meat. Like, how
Yes, please.
how do you do it? Yeah.
Boy,
I don't know.
How,
We just
how do you do it?
We just yeah. Thanks
how
for
do you do
asking.
it?
No, I mean, well, Lindsay has she handles a lot,
It's
just a ton. I mean, when you with TJs and all that, and then the kids are a lot. They can be a lot of work.
yeah.
They don't come with instruction manuals.
No.
And it
No.
goes so fast.
Oh,
Goes-
yeah.
So
So on the other
fast.
hand, you're like, well, I don't want to miss all of this.
No.
You know,
Right.
I don't want to be so busy with my business that's
Yeah.
going to go on that I miss,
That's a
this
big one,
age
yeah.
when they're in
Yeah.
T-ball and baseball and
Yeah. And
Right.
It's hard. It's a really
we
hard
come
balance.
From families of business owners. I mean, my parents owned a glass business here
Yep.
for years, and my dad traveled a lot to where he'd be gone for 2 or 3 weeks at a time when I was little. And honestly, I don't remember him being around for a lot of things, and so I don't want that for my kids.
Yeah.
I want to be involved in it because you blink and they're
Right.
going to
Yeah.
be gone, and so just making it a point to be there. That's really important.
So when you say that though, you still bought TJ.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And these are the
Yeah.
conversations that Betsy and I have a lot. It's like, we want to make sure that we're present. We want to make
Yeah.
sure that we're involved. We want to make sure that we can do all the
Right.
things. And and then I come home with a million ideas for. the
Yep.
next
Yeah,
thing.
I want to
Yeah.
start a race.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I want to start another race. Yeah,
Just one
yeah.
thing though, could be
Yes.
last time.
Then it's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
right.
constantly have conversations about, okay, what can we cut? Like, what is not important in our
Yes.
life that we can,
Yeah.
and it just, I don't know if it works, because it just seems like for one thing we cut, all of a sudden there's 5 more things. But
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, what are the glass balls? What are the plastic balls, right?
Yeah.
I guess for me, I always worked a lot.
Yeah.
It was selling beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Working in Ludington, I was gone a lot.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, if I'm going to put in these kind of hours, I'd rather just do it for myself.
So
Yeah.
that was the question I was going to
Yeah.
ask you. Like, 'cause we've never talked about that. It's like, I know your history in the beer and wine business.
Yeah.
But like, what pushed you to?
Yeah.
Well, you clearly
I
have
think-
conversations with Matt about this
Oh, yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
We
right,
had always
right.
talked about doing something on our own. And
Yeah.
actually, we had attempted to buy
Fast Eddie's.
Fast
the
Eddie's.
old
Oh,
Fast
Yeah. And that's kind of where it started. We actually put in, and the day we went to go put in our offer, it sold to the lady who turned it into a pizza, Famous Flint.
Famous
Oh,
Flint.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It sold that day. And, so it was done, it was over, but we still wanted to do something. And Matt's dad was good friends with Jerry Pitcher. And, he was kind of looking to get out. And so we kind of chatted
Yeah,
with
that
him for a
just-
while, and
Just kind of came together.
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
did.
you were looking.
no,
for
we
a
weren't.
Hotel
We weren't looking.
necessarily,
Yeah,
but-
the hotel was
Right.
kind of a
Yeah, everything blew up, right?
yeah, a bonus. I don't know if it was a bonus, but I was like nervous about the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because at the time that just seemed like way too much. But I'm like, man, it's only 10 rooms. Like, we could probably handle this, and so yeah, that's kind of how it came to be.
Right.
So
The food service side of it, though.
Big Boy.
Yeah, Big Boy. There you
Yep.
go. I knew that there was something
Yep.
there I was forgetting.
Yep. So my grandma had built and ran the Big Boy in Manistee for, oh my gosh, 30 years I think she had that. And then she also built the one in Ludington, and she had that for several years. So, I mean, my mom, my dad, my aunts, you know, they all worked in the Manistee Big Boy. I started working there when I was in high school. I graduated college, I went back working there. So, yeah, I kind of grew up in that industry. So.
What about you? I don't see you over there slinging drinks.
No. I mean,
He's kind of busy, James.
Yeah.
I get to.
Definitely now.
Yeah.
I do tell people like I get to taste, like be a taste tester
Yeah.
once in a while, but
He was head of maintenance for a while.
Yeah.
But
right, I still have that
yeah.
title. Right. I mean, but Lindsay and I had those conversations
Yeah.
before that happened. You know, like, look, I've got a lot going on, and at that time, my dad handled all this stuff. I mean, I
Yeah.
had just my normal busy days, but we had a lot of conversations where I'm not going to be super available for
Yeah.
certain things, and she knew that, and it was it was tough at first, but
Yeah.
you're so much more comfortable now.
Yes.
It's just putting the time in,
Yeah.
learning how all the quirks with the building and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
You mean your old building's got quirks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or a ghost, something.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
Right.
I've said this to you so many times. Sooner or later, somebody's probably going to call me out on it, but maybe it's because we're in such close proximity, but I'm always like, man, she's got to be the hardest working person
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Up
you.
the stairs, down the stairs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah. Up and down.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotta have amazing legs. Yeah. Yeah. Really,
Definitely-
all your
definitely
staff
get my-
is
oh, yeah.
out and up, out and up. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
They really go the extra mile with those steps.
Yeah.
And especially during COVID when we did the upstairs, now we have, hopefully we'll get our outside tables out soon.
People want to know when the
Yes.
outside is coming. I know that you got a little bit of a roadblock right
Soon.
now.
I'm hoping next week.
Really?
Yes.
For Memorial,
Keep hearing,
yeah.
Wild rumors that project over there is going to take like another month. But
That's a rumor that I haven't heard.
You better have some more
And,
wine. Lindsay.
yeah.
I think it's mostly people,
Yeah.
Okay.
chatting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
taken a long time.
Chirping. Yeah.
No, I'm hoping by next week.
Yeah.
Right.
If worst case, the city will allow me to put my tables up on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's not ideal because it's on a big slant, but like I said, worst case,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do.
Right.
Next weekend, Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is going to post probably after Memorial Weekend, but it's going to be a big one. It's going to be in the 70s.
Oh yeah,
It's supposed
Yeah.
to be
it's supposed to be
Yeah.
beautiful.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it always seems like Memorial Weekend is kind of rainy.
Yes.
A little bit cold
Yeah.
Yep.
lately, I think.
Mhm.
Yep.
But
No,
I don't know.
I'm excited.
What's
Yeah.
the future hold? What are you forecasting? I think that's what I like.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Do you want
gosh.
to turn off record?
Yeah.
I'm always
Yeah.
forecasting in my head, and Betsy's the one that's really.
Yeah, but you don't publish it on the internet. You know?
I throw stuff out into the universe to see if it sticks. But I've been going through kind of some rigmarole trying to just figure out the, how can I make the business more profitable? I
Yeah.
think that's what every business is
Yeah.
about.
Right.
Sure.
Obviously.
What's working, what's not working.
Yeah.
What's not working? And
Yeah.
looking at underutilized space
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the naiveness of me in trying to figure out, we got this property on a pretty good deal,
Yep.
like I said. They were on their way out. They were
Yep.
looking to, unload some property, and
Right.
we got it at a really good value, which was great, and it helped us with our business model.
Yep.
Business plan. So I said, oh, we'll do something upstairs later.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh God.
Now it's like for 3,800. Betsy's looking at me, but there's 3,800 square feet of
Yeah.
Right.
no money. But then,
But we're in a 400-year-old building
Yeah.
as well. So,
the short
Yes.
story
Yeah.
is it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think like it's just a floor space upstairs. It
Yeah.
can't be like building a house.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name drop right now, but I talked to a buddy who just had some windows done. He's got 4 more windows than we have.
Is this downtown?
$75,000.
Really? Jeez.
What, for windows?
I mean, he might have went a little bougie on something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you get a couple of doors thrown in, but like those gotta be pretty nice fucking doors.
Yeah.
$5,000
Holy
for
cow.
windows.
Right.
And I'm like, that's 10 years ago that was somebody's mortgage.
Yeah. right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Oh
So
my
it's-
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
God,
What
I
about
know.
grants?
Yeah. I mean, those are the things I think you can have some
Yeah.
conversations about. I mean, is
Right.
my upstairs obsolete? Yeah, but that helps with like maybe some tax abatements.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Really- but you don't really get to realize that income
Yeah.
until
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
maybe you
Right.
plan for it, you save for it,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then take that money and put it back into the loan or whatever.
Right.
But it's that
Mhm.
upfront cash that you really help with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side rent and stuff like that. But,
Yeah.
Yes.
last I checked, the side rents were $500,000.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So, these are the things you think
These are
about.
conversations we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I'm
What
sure.
conversations do you have? You know?
That's, yeah.
I mean, on these.
So easy to
old-
sneak into the dinner table, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. I mean, these old buildings, there's
Oh.
so much maintenance, and upkeep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we don't have, there's just not a lot of room to expand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's,
It would be difficult. I mean, we talk all the time. There's always ideas, but
yeah.
I mean, the lobby space is beautiful.
I think we talked about, didn't
You
we
know,
talk
we-
about one time, like we should talk to James about like putting a bridge across?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Your
could do
dad,
that.
that was your dad's idea. Like you should put like
Pedestrian bridge.
like something across
Oh,
and like
boy.
have like extra like rooms or something above
Yeah.
here, something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
there
He
you
came
go.
up with
This
some
podcast
idea.
can get wild.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always like these unique ideas. Well, we come to like just say come to dinner table with ideas. So like the ideas are always like, well, this business or this business or this business would be really awesome, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that plan could be really awesome, but it's all the upfront costs.
And it's all the doing
Yes.
it, and that's
Yeah,
all
that's
the,
it, yeah.
building the building
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
at this point.
Right.
We're gonna keep it in house.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
That's
can
a
be
lot.
kind of a buzzkill.
Yeah.
Because I am, because,
Numbers.
well, and because
Yeah.
in my line of work, I see a lot of different businesses, so I'm like, you got to think about this, and you got to think about this, and you got to
Yeah.
think about, the credit card fees, and what and what
Right.
this
But
expense.
that's good that you bring that
Yeah, you
to
Right.
gotta
the
have
table.
that
Right.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we wouldn't
Right.
be able to do this without. I wouldn't be able. I'd be
Yeah.
bouncing checks left. and right. I mean,
Right.
Oh, what? Huh? We have to pay sales tax? Sales
Yeah.
tax
Yes.
is what? How much?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the
that's-
sales
that
tax.
can
you know,
sneak up
it
on
does
you.
All
sneak
that.
up on you.
It does.
I know
Right.
some people that are new to business that were like, I just had to write a check for $10,000.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have no idea, and I got to do that every quarter or whenever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Every month?
Yeah. Get used to it.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, especially like August that hits and it's
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's the-
holy cow.
The worst is September because August is super busy, and then
Yes.
September it quiets down, and
Yes.
you're like, oh, we gotta now you're like, okay, we
Yeah,
gotta plan
right.
for this.
Yeah.
We gotta,
Right.
and at least August is still like kind of okay for us. December is really busy in the liquor business, and then January
Oh,
it
yeah.
just cuts
Yeah,
right
right.
off.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah.
Slowly getting to at least where we can see. Well, that's not even really the case. I mean, we kind of know how much we're going to make every
yeah,
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was some wildness during COVID.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
been really
We
hard
haven't been
to.
able to touch those numbers.
And it's been really hard to establish what our normal is because we were open for 2 years and then COVID came and that changed
Yes.
everything.
Right.
And then we're at post-COVID, so we don't really know what
Yeah.
is normal
Yeah.
yet, really.
Yeah, that's very
No,
true.
that makes sense. Yeah.
That is
that's
very
a
true.
good
I
judge.
mean, COVID gave us another 40% more to 50% more inventory.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, our business skyrocketed.
Yeah.
It did. Nobody wanted to go to mine.
Right.
And nobody, and I was doing.
And they couldn't go to restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yes.
everybody was sitting at home.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody was sitting at home,
Yeah.
you know,
It changed
on the
my model.
unemployment, and so
I
they,
started carrying
yeah.
a product that I never thought I was going to carry that soon. I didn't
Yeah.
because we weren't ready. Because we, I'm pretty vocal with the fact that, well, first of all, you can't take a loan out on booze.
Yeah.
Right, so you got to buy all that inventory yourself.
Yeah,
So,
Right.
And
Yeah.
for us, it's like, all right, well, we've made a little more this week. I can buy, replenish, and then buy
Yeah.
a little something different.
Yeah.
So it's been a
Right.
gradual uptick. But like for COVID, it was like I looked at her one day, like, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just like 4th of July order.
Yeah.
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 That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, and liquor was
And we-
essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
had a lot of people up here that were from downstate because
Yes.
everything was shut down, so
Yeah.
they came
Yep.
up here to like work remotely, and
Right.
Yeah.
it was like wild times.
Yeah.
And then that summer was crazy because we were
Oh,
open
yes.
and downstate was closed.
Yeah.
It was,
A Memorial Day weekend.
yes,
we
remember
opened.
that? Yeah.
Oh.
We were north of Ludington.
Yeah. So yeah,
everybody-
Ludington was
Yeah.
shut
Yeah,
down
right.
That
still.
whole line from the bottom of the state, so everybody came here.
Right.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
The amount of people, and everybody was so nice.
Oh, I'm glad they were nice to you. That was horrible. Yeah, we were not expecting that. I was like,
the
I mean,
nastiness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were all happy. We were all excited. And it
Hey,
was
we're
like, if
open.
servers crying, I'm like, what is happening
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Like, just be happy to. I think it's just everybody expected to go out and it was just going to be the same as it was.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
realizing our whole world, we got to take your name, your phone number. We got to clock you in when you came, when you left.
Yeah.
We're all in masks. We're all
You're not
sanitizing everything.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
we're not drinking.
Yeah.
And, I think people just thought, like, oh, I'm going to go out to dinner. Same as it was before. No,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
not. Everything has changed.
And do you think people were still like collectively mad about the whole thing?
Yes.
And then they come up here and just
Right.
like
Yes.
take it out that wherever
Yes.
they're from is closed, or I don't know. It
Yeah.
was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a
I
wild
think
time.
it was like 40% were super scared, 40% were super pissed, and there was like 20% in the middle that could have went either way, and they were trying to like play nice.
Yeah.
Trying to kind of toe that line. And
Yeah.
sure, I mean, there was a bunch of people with brain viruses that were going crazy.
Yeah.
And then there were people that were just trying to, hey, whatever I
Yeah.
got to do.
Yes.
Just to get through this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just, sometimes when you talk about this stuff, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I can remember looking at Facebook some days and going, that's my friend, and this person is losing their shit.
Yeah.
3 people are talking outside in the driveway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I
Right.
remember seeing the same
Uh-huh.
thing. Like, oh my gosh, this is like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Or people coming in, and I remember it was when they were mandating masks, and somebody comes in and they're adamant about like not wearing
Yes.
a mask, and it's like,
What do
okay,
you
do I have to like
do?
kick them out because now
Yeah.
somebody else over here might see it and they might say something about me, and so like every business owner I
Yes.
felt like was just walking on eggshells. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
what do we do?
I can remember we have, they probably come in here all the time. I'm not going to say their names, but they have a house on Harbor Drive. They're the nicest people ever. And, not Harbor Drive, Dunes Drive, I'm sorry. Nicest people. But I can remember when we were shut down, they're from Detroit. And she came in, and we were all like just horrified. Like,
Oh, because
oh,
it was-
she's from
yeah.
Detroit. And oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
what is she
Bad
what is she doing here? She probably has COVID. And
And she
it's
probably
like-
brought it up here.
and she came in to get a to-go order, and like I was so happy to see her, but then at the same time I'm like, oh my god, she probably has COVID. Like, what are you doing? And so we just like dropped her to go off like way at the front, and then like ran back, and like I feel dumb for like.
But at the
thinking that,
time-
but at the
You didn't
time
know.
you had it in your
You didn't
head,
know.
like
If
Yeah.
you knew the amount of vitamins that James took during that
Yeah.
time, it was like a whole regimen. He was the only one working because I don't know, our
Right,
staff
they
was
can't get
non-essential. But and two, we
Staff was
were,
at home, right?
but we
Yeah.
were constantly, are we going to get shut down?
Yeah.
I don't know. But then it was like, you cannot get sick. You cannot
Yes.
like, and so he took so many vitamins.
Yeah,
Did
he did.
either of you get it?
I've never tested positive for COVID
Me neither. I don't know.
no.
I did once.
once.
Yeah. It was a while ago. But yeah, I mean, but then like when I had it, he didn't have it. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. you look back and you're like, what a wild thing. But at the time, it was crazy.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
a
definitely.
crazy time.
it was.
We'll never forget the business owners.
Right.
It'll be a
No.
generation,
Right.
Our kids probably will at some point like, what was that whole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because I don't know. It's still kind of a hard topic. People are
Yeah.
getting comfortable talking about it, and I get it.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it was hard. You know, for me being around myself, because I refused to be a police officer.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I drew the line there.
Yeah.
Like it's not up to me. Don't make it a problem.
yep,
And the people that made it my problem, they no longer shop here.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, because
But-
some people got really like mean about it. Yeah.
yeah. Knock on wood, I didn't really have any of those issues, but yeah, I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For us being so young, too, I wanted to quit. I wanted to be so done. You know, I think the only thing that saved me was that I don't care what people say about me online. So
Yeah.
I was just having as much fun as I could. And I leaned heavy into the whole restaurant thing, having to
Yeah.
go outside to eat inside.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, and the igloos that we had.
Yeah.
The igloos.
Yeah, remember
I
those?
still have people
How was
ask
that?
me
Yeah.
every.
When are you bringing the
When are you
igloos
bringing the
back?
Never, never. They are shredded. They are gone, and never again. I had such anxiety about those igloos. You know, we heated them.
Yeah.
And then I had to get the little propane tanks, and then the one morning I got downtown and they were like all over River Street, like it got really windy and they're just blown down the street. But people still ask, like, "Oh, are you getting the igloos back?" No, like, come sit inside by the fire.
Yeah.
Like, it's much more enjoyable than
Yeah.
sitting in a plastic igloo when it's 20 degrees out. And my staff, and God bless my staff for putting up with that and running outside with food and drinks when literally it's
They were
20
upset.
degrees
Yeah.
out.
We were needy back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they had fun with it. I mean, honestly, the night we got those igloos, what was it, Jessica? I remember Jessica
Yeah,
was
they
there.
helped set them up.
Rachel,
I
they
mean-
helped set them up. They were so excited. I'm like, okay, I hope this
Hey, I
is...
mean, at the time, you
Yeah.
know, that was something
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it was just a.
What do you
Yeah,
do?
to
And
do.
nobody,
What do you do?
Nobody in
Right.
town was doing it. You
Yeah.
know, nobody downtown had done it. So it's like, well, I guess we'll see how this goes. And I mean, I couldn't believe the reservations that were coming in for those things. It was unreal.
Okay, because everybody wanted to be together.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think now we're coming to realize that like there was a mass hysteria for a while.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
And now
We
here
made
we
it.
are.
Yeah, now here we
Now
are.
Yeah.
here we are.
Yep.
Just a bunch of friends drinking at a big table.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. You gonna bring the vault back or no?
No.
No.
No, not anytime soon. I mean, I do play with the idea of doing like a little piano bar upstairs someday, or I don't know. We'll
That'd be
see.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the ideas that I have for upstairs.
Yeah.
Betsy, you just see us tensing.
Yeah.
Stop talking about the upstairs. Because I do complain about not having time. But,
Yeah.
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 But also, the next thing is the best thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Always,
Right.
Yeah.
always.
Right.
Yeah. You never
Yeah.
know.
No, you don't. You don't ever know. But
Yeah.
No.
And you're still working. You're
Yep.
still.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I still work.
Yeah.
So I'm not here day to
Yeah.
day. I do the wine picks. I
Right.
do a lot of the back end stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. But I
Yeah.
still work. I'm a
she does
CPA
all
in
of
town.
Yeah.
The heavy lifting.
Yes.
Yes, I would
That's-
say that.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
I mean, I do all the
Oh,
all
right.
the bookkeeping
Yeah.
and all
All
the
the bookkeeping.
taxes and payroll and
Yeah.
everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. All the
Which is-
filings. Yeah.
That's
So
huge.
clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to be able to on Sunday because we always have like these wonderful conversations about money on Sundays. You know?
Well, because
I want it all.
well,
Yeah.
and like for us, everything's EFT, and so
Yeah.
and especially with the volume of things coming in here and the volume of things going out. And not so much anymore, but especially in those first few years, it would be like, oh, this is supposed to clear for this, but then it clears for that because more got dropped off or this didn't
Yeah.
make it. And so
Right.
if I didn't like reconcile everything every week, we'd have no idea how much money we had. It would be,
Yeah.
So now I just do it every week. So that way we know, okay, this is where we're at going into this week. And then it's a a conversation.
Yeah.
The conversation of
Usually says, how much do you want?
Yeah.
How much do we have?
Right.
But that,
It is,
I don't know how,
yeah.
I honestly don't know how another business like ours could do it unless they just had like an endless pocketbook.
yeah.
I mean, like I see some of the
Yeah.
businesses that are
Right.
similar to ours that have products stacked to the ceiling. It's like,
Yeah.
they're dealing on a different level.
Yeah.
But, like,
Right.
if I didn't have Betsy and I was leaning on CPA, I mean, like an office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. And you
yeah.
get your bookkeeping
Here's all my
done
books,
once a
having
month or
somebody
whatever.
drop it off
Yeah.
Or whatever, and then I'd be lost.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And with us, it's, especially just the volume. The volume of
Yeah.
our orders. And we can't buy on credit. You can't buy liquor on
No.
credit.
No.
So
Right.
it's all cash.
Yeah.
And,
How's some of that on your end been for you? I mean, how dialed in were you with that?
I mean, I was and I wasn't. I mean, I always had a good idea of like, where things are at. But you don't realize sometimes the swing. I mean, you if we're doing a large job and there's all these materials that you have to buy to do the job up front,
Right.
and you wait to get paid on some things and hope you get paid on everything. But I would see that, and I would hear my dad, and I would have conversations. I was like, man, just got to watch what you're doing, with everything. But there can be those large swings where a lot of money goes out. Yeah, you'll have times where a lot's coming in, but it's like, and I guess seeing it more and more now, you get a comfort level with that because it can kind of freak you out. Like, man, that's
Yeah.
there's big swings, but
I bet in your business it's
yeah.
swings.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it can be, and it's
Yeah.
you get used to it, but it's still, you just, I don't know. We Lindsay and I have always been, both businesses. It's, you just gotta watch what you're doing. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. We always feel like,
Yeah.
I don't, like,
I'm always expecting the worst to happen.
yeah, like
I'm always
it's,
prepared. Like, yeah, it's good right now, but what's it going to be in
Right.
2
Right.
years from now? So
Yeah.
like, I just,
Yeah.
just so you have
very
a little
careful.
backup,
Right.
just if something doesn't go right or you don't get
Right.
paid
Yeah.
on a certain.
Well, I mean, I feel you. So like we're constantly trying to. So instead of me wanting all the money,
Right.
Right.
It's like, well, how about if I keep this much?
Well, because
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
for me, I'm always
exactly.
forecasting. Like, okay,
yes.
yeah, right now was maybe like a big weekend, and you want to place these big orders, but like, hey, we've got credit card fees coming out, and you've got sales
Oh,
tax
yeah.
due, and you've got like all this stuff coming down the
Right.
pipe. He's like, whoo,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Right, that's
You know-
Can't sell
that's
it if
a
you
tough
don't
game
have
to
it.
play.
right,
too,
yeah,
right? If you don't
that's
have
James'
it, you
MO.
can't sell it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a yeah, it's tough. It's a
Yeah.
balancing act.
I mean, do you guys feel, what I do or what we do, with the excavating? I mean, you truly never know what your year is
Oh yeah,
going in. I mean, if there's not jobs and people aren't calling,
then what?
Yeah,
then
then
what?
what?
You know what I mean? I
like
mean,
how many employees do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right. You know
You
what?
know?
I mean, I don't know. So yeah, it's like you never feel truly comfortable. There's
like,
always
is there a house
that.
that's getting ready to fall into the lake. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
There's
right.
work going here.
Yeah.
But I get, especially in your line of work, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're recession driven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Goods
right,
driven,
Yes.
your interest
Mm-hmm.
rate.
and you're bidding, you're competing. You're bidding
Yeah.
on jobs. There's no guarantee you're getting them. You can put a lot of time and effort
Oh,
into
yeah.
bids that don't happen. Which is all part of the game, but you gotta. It can be stressful, I guess, in that
So
regard.
Yeah.
the bid thing is interesting to me. So like, whenever I've been involved in a bidding process,
Right.
it always seems within a little bit either way for any bid. It's like when I was in the car business. When you're appraising a vehicle, I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
If I'm appraising your vehicle and I'm within $100 of the other guy, up or down, and it's the same thing with prices for houses or
Yeah.
paint on this. When we were getting this building painted,
Right.
all of the bids were almost to the penny.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that your business is like that.
Right.
But I mean, I would say it's got to be fairly close, within a couple $1,000.
I mean, it can be, but I mean, that's one thing that we talk about a lot. Every job can be so different, and everyone can look at it differently. You know, okay, so I'm never, you know, Lindsay and I talk about this because I said, well, you know, you're making sandwiches and serving drinks. You pretty much have a standardized system to go off of. Mm-hmm. And there are jobs where, you know, you could look at it and you got to go down this hill and cut this dirt and move it.
Yeah.
You do see a pretty large swing in some of the larger
Yeah.
bids because it just depends on how people look at things. There's no, like, hey, this is how you have to do it. A lot of it is just look at this. Here's a set of plans. You figure it out. You know, so there can be some pretty big swings, really, when it's, you know, when the bids get read out. I mean, you just hope you got a good number and you covered things and that you're low, because that's the other part of it.
Well, I think the reputation goes a long way.
It does. I mean,
I don't know how many times we need to have this one thing done, and I'm just going to call this person.
right.
Right,
That's
because
true,
I know
right.
this person, I
Yeah.
know
Right.
they're going to do a good job, I know
Yes.
they're going to do it right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I,
that's-
I would suspect, though, if you're doing like county work,
Well, that's
Stuff
yeah,
like that. Mhm.
right. Like the commercial stuff where
Yeah.
you have to bid, and there's, you know, people bidding from not only locally but from downstate or wherever. You know, you get those swings, and then some of those, you know, they take low bid whether your reputation's very good or not. If you're low and you say you can do the job, you'll get the job. So, you know, there's a little bit of, you know, that can be frustrating once in a while. 'Cause you know, you know,
It's an understatement.
well, I mean,
Frustrated.
you know, when you bid it and you do, it takes time to do all that.
Yeah.
And you know, you feel, man, I got a good number.
Yeah.
And then
Somebody undercuts
somebody
it.
undercuts you, and you're kind of like, geez, how can they come from Grand Rapids
and do that.
and do that?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that gets frustrating, but it happens, and it's, oh, well, you know, it's going to continue to happen, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
just part of it. You get used to it, I guess. You know, a little bit numb to it, and you just keep, you know, you don't get this one, you got to bid this one. You know, you just keep going, and you eventually, you know, you hope to get enough to keep busy, you know.
So are you doing all the bids?
Yeah. I mean, I will. I mean, I do say, you know, my sister Megan is in our office. My brother,
Yeah,
younger,
let me bring that up.
you know, younger brother Mason. I mean, our trio. We will, you know, some of the larger projects. I mean, we're all getting together and running things, but you know, double checking each other's work, and
That's good.
you know, the smaller things, you know, we can individually handle, or however it plays out. I do a lot of the smaller stuff, but then again, you know, Megan takes a lot of the phone calls, and she'll, you know, do the typing of estimates and emailing, and we got a nice system going. I mean, it's been working out pretty well.
I say that's really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to work with your dad.
And with your
Right.
siblings,
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, because that is
Right,
opposite
it's-
sons, that's a hard.
Yeah.
That could be a hard thing, no matter how
Yeah.
much you love them. And then now, you know, in the family business, working with your brother and your sister.
Right.
that can-
Right. I mean, we
that's a
do
tough dynamic. It can be.
Yeah.
amazingly seem to get along pretty good, and you know, we have our moments or days, but it goes together, you know, pretty well. And we
It's also
do,
pretty chill though.
yeah.
Yes,
I mean, we are
they
pretty
are.
laid back,
They are.
you know. And I'll say too. I mean, Lindsay, the staff downtown is amazing. I mean, our guys on the crews are great, and we have, you know, kept a nice core group of guys too that, you know, we trust. You know, we trust.
Yeah.
We can send them here, there, everywhere. I don't have to, you know, hold hands all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
That
so
helps.
that definitely helps. It's a big part of, you know, keeping things going.
How many guys on your crew? Total?
I mean, we range, I mean, right now there's probably 12, 13. I mean, it can hit 20. of just like my brother, sister, myself, the guys, and then we do, my Uncle Pat will join in. He has like the heavier trucking business. And he's got his crew of guys that's separate, but we're together. You know what I mean? We always work together, but he handles that stuff separately. So, I mean, there's a pretty good gang of us.
Right now, I have 29.
So we're talking almost 50 families
Yeah.
that you guys
Right.
are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
involved with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really remarkable. Really. That's
Yeah.
super impressive. That is
Thank
really
you.
impressive.
I guess
Yeah.
I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I got a few really awesome people that work for us.
Right.
And I love them.
Yeah.
Love them. I said that to you in our last thing. I mean, I'm a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
It's really remarkable. 50 families, guys. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
also like
Yeah.
your family accounts for up to 50
Mhm.
jobs in this community.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
That's
deal.
nothing to shake your finger at. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
That's,
It is neat to think about.
Yeah.
It's very cool to be, involved and be
Yeah.
able to do that. It is cool.
yeah.
Because you don't think about it enough. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you're busy. You're immersed in it.
right,
Yes.
right.
I'm constantly. I got 4 employees. I'm laying in bed at night going, don't leave me.
Yes.
Right.
I'm a sick person away from working 21 days in a row.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
when we talk about Mary being 7, and, she's taking piano lessons.
Yeah.
She loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
she's in the living room in this little keytar.
Aw.
Yeah.
On the floor. She refuses to sit in a chair with us, prop
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm going to play Ants Are Marching. It's like, tune. She looks at her paper.
Aww.
Yeah.
She has to do a little rehearsal almost every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't want to miss it all.
Yeah, no.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Got to have that balance.
It
Right.
doesn't exist.
Yeah. I don't know. Does it
Yeah.
exist?
I don't know.
I don't
mean,
know.
I know.
Do
I don't
our
know if it
best.
does.
I
That's
think
all
we
you can
find a
do.
way to embrace the
You know?
balance of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. We get home and it's like
Yeah. How's
we're
your
all-
dinner
we're
table?
all home and we're all safe. We're all in
Yeah.
one piece. It's a good day.
It seems like you guys got obviously a pretty strong family
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
support
Yeah.
system. I mean, like
Yeah.
for us, Mary's got a farm to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morton
right,
Road,
right.
and
Oh,
she's
yeah.
got-
Yeah.
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 for
She
sure.
just
lives her
living
best life out there.
Runs
Yeah.
through the fields in
Yeah.
Tampa, and they're catching, field mice and traps.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah. We're very blessed to have
Yes.
that, because if we didn't have that, it would be extremely hard
Yes.
Yeah.
to say. I mean, like, yeah. I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah.
Put them in daycare or something. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd do if we didn't have
Right.
Yeah.
the family support. I don't think we'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
Kind
of same for us. I mean,
You know?
Yeah.
grandparents.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My mom, his mom, they're always taking the kids.
Yeah.
So running them here wherever we have to. My mother-in-law picks Talon up from school a few times a week, and that's
Yeah.
super helpful. My mom too.
Yep.
Picks them up. So yeah, very lucky. I couldn't imagine
Yeah.
Living,
not
in a
Having no
different
family.
state.
Yeah.
than my family. That would be
Oh,
really
no,
tough.
We have friends that they work so hard and they spend like $2,000 a month on
Yeah.
daycare and
Yeah.
Yeah.
they never
Yeah.
really connect.
Yeah,
Right.
It's rough.
that would be tough
Yeah.
for sure. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are your kids involved at all in your businesses?
no.
They don't
Uh,
see
not-
it. I mean, like
well-
Mary's
I
not.
mean-
Mary's not.
Do the work.
Well, right.
Right.
Mary's
Yeah.
not involved in
Yeah.
our business, but like she's totally here all of the time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she puts the pop away sometimes,
Oh.
and she
She's
like
got a little
she really wants to work.
Yeah.
So like
Yes.
yeah, she has
Yeah.
a T-shirt, and yeah.
Um,
Like, are your kids around it at all?
not really.
No.
Talon has come in. There was a couple years ago. He came in and I had nobody to watch him that day, but I had
Yeah.
to work. And
Yeah.
so I brought him
We
in.
had that
He's
one
been
day.
down with you
Yeah.
to
He
the
was washing
hotel
dishes
and
behind the
pub,
bar,
right.
which I don't think is really allowed. But he was back there washing dishes and helping clear tables, and like people were tipping him left and right.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he made like $20, like,
Yeah.
and he was so excited, and
Right.
so
Yeah.
I don't know. We asked Talon, like, you gonna do the excavating? You're gonna come work with
Yeah.
Mom? And like he's so torn, you know, because he's like, well, I want to be with Mom because they're kind of Mama's boys,
Right.
but I want to do the excavating. You know, I want to be in the equipment and do
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, that's just
Yeah.
kind of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
you know I guess I notice it with the boys too. I don't know if it's they're just used to the equipment and the
You're
trucks.
definitely used to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They're used to it because it
Yeah.
doesn't seem to like
Excite
Yeah,
them.
they don't
all
get
them,
excited
you know?
about
Yeah.
it.
like they'll be like, look at town, look at this, or let's go on the loader and okay,
Yeah.
that's cool, Dad. But it's like really like some kids, you know,
Yeah, get really excited about that.
neighbor down
yeah,
the road.
Jackie Gutowski, Brian Gutowski, they live
yeah,
across
yeah,
the street from
yeah,
us.
they're
Yeah.
And the dump truck, their son Dean was actually a Swidorski dump truck for
Yeah,
Halloween last
right.
year
That was
because
awesome.
he just gets the biggest kick
Uh-huh.
when the dump truck goes by and they
Yeah.
beep at
They'll
him,
beep,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
and he just loves it.
We love
Our
the
kids
garbage
are
man.
like,
Yeah.
Because the garbage man comes like right when we're eating breakfast.
Environmental waste.
Okay.
It's my buddy Robert Best.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best. And it's right when we're
Yeah.
eating breakfast and we're in the front window.
the lights
He
on.
turns the lights
Yeah.
on, we wave, and it's like
Yeah.
a huge thing. Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, Mary can't get over it. Like if she's in bed and it's
Yeah.
our garbage pickup day.
Yeah.
She'll get up.
and
Yeah.
It's like me kind of ordering, doesn't want to get up. You're gonna miss Robert.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, and she'll come to the table.
oh my God. I wish my kid would get out of bed for the garbage truck. I don't
It's
think
hard.
That would work.
It's hard sometimes.
Right.
Hey, you got to take whatever you can get
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah. We had a day where she wouldn't get up. She wouldn't get out of bed. She wouldn't go to school. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
it was a day of
Yeah.
like,
You can work with me.
yeah. And I'm like, finally, James goes, fine. She'll
Yeah.
go to school. She's going to work with me, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to go to work. And I'm like, you better get up and you better go to work with your dad.
Oh.
And you better.
Pop away. We put a movie in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But they went to the bank. And
Right.
she had to go to the bank and she had to take the money up
Yeah.
and she had
Yeah.
to put the pop away and
Well, that's good, though.
Yeah.
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 And what grade is she in?
She's in she's
Yeah.
in first grade.
Yeah, and then he sent me this video of her like putting pop away, and she's like, "I'm like, no, this is not supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not a fun day.
This is not a fun day. This is a work day." But
Oh, that's funny.
That's
I
cool.
don't know. So we're still trying to find a balance, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah,
Summer's coming, and I'm a summer guy.
Yeah.
And last year, I think we went to the beach maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was still tethered to my phone the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I think this year is going to be more of a buckle down than we're here. We're short-staffed.
Yeah.
There's nobody around now. There's
Yeah.
nobody that's available right now to work. And I think, that in talking with some of the business owners downtown, it's the same thing. Like, some of these people that have been in business for as long as you or longer that are like we're just rolling up our sleeves and working this summer.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you got to put a little extra sweat equity into your
Yeah.
business, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You
Not
see some
bad.
efficiencies and hopefully spark some growth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you guys will be able to go away for the winter
Yeah.
sometime.
Well, we can't because then
Like-
that's my busy season.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? We have times where we're like, oh man, but we can't. But then it's like, you know what? This just isn't our season.
Yeah.
It's just not our season, and
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not that we can't ever do that. It's just right now,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
That's true.
You know,
It's a kind of event.
it's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can.
But you know,
Yeah.
you can get mad about it, or you can say this is just where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Lindsay,
You know?
you guys were on vacation.
Yeah.
And she posted a picture of you too.
okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
It was. I told Betsy right away. I said I saw that picture of them, and it just looks like the weight of the world.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was a few margaritas.
Yeah. Right. That probably helped. Yeah.
It's not a little while, but
Yeah.
It definitely looked
Yeah.
like, and like what Betsy said, it's just not our season. We're not to a point in our business
where we could just leave.
We're staffed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I have somebody that works here now, Jamie. That's,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's taken on a heavy load.
Yeah.
But
Things happen.
yeah.
Things
Yes.
happen.
We're not
You know.
Where I can say I'm gonna take a week off.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
just things, equipment, building. Somebody breaks our window. Like just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I say every now and then, like, because I was the one that was like, I think we can do this.
Yeah.
Betsy was like, you can't. No, I think we can. And she would give me like a little carrot. She said, well, go talk to Brandon, see
Yeah.
if there's anything available. And I go, well, there's something available.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to him about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then it was like, well, so I'm negotiating with my wife and with my realtor.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
You know, and putting the business plan together. It's not exactly, well, it's not. I mean, I think we're finally getting to a place where we thought it would be year one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be the moment we opened it. For us, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was our first swing at it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
right.
shaking at the
Yeah.
register. My first customer coming in, I'm like, I don't want to screw up the till.
Yeah, yeah.
Me.
Yeah, yeah.
I was nervous. You know?
James gets a little anxious.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. 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 You never know he's
I
high
would've never
strung.
guessed
You
that.
never. Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm hoping within the next decade we'll get to where we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a tough racket to be in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as
Sure.
Everybody downtown. It's. I mean, everywhere. I shouldn't say downtown, but just that public service. That.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
I think
Not
all
that
of my
excavating's
time-
not, because man, that
Yeah.
you know, it
Oh, yeah.
all is.
It
It
all-
all
yeah,
is. When
everything.
Yeah.
you're in charge and you're
Yeah.
Yep.
you're running it.
When I think back on my time in Pier 1 and going into stores like mine,
Yeah.
and going, man, I could totally do this. And I wouldn't do it that way. I would do it this way.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't do that. I would do this. And for the most part, kind of blazed that trail, trying to be unique and
Yes.
what we do. But
Right.
I honestly, didn't think it was going to be the grind that it is. I remember telling Betsy, and she was like, you're going to work more. And I was already working a shitload before I
Yeah.
bought this
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to work any more than I'm working now.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
because I've been in the same stores you were in, and I think you're doing a phenomenal job. You know, everything is, every time I come in here, it is clean, it is organized, it is well stocked. There aren't a bunch of holes everywhere where it's like, oh man, like, is everything okay?
I had
You know?
one customer once, I had like 4 or 5 SKUs in the wine set that were empty.
Yeah.
It was really because I was watching these bottles, like, once they're gone, to replace them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so within the week, they just kind of sold through, our wine set.
Yeah.
So like a few bottles are missing, and it looks like it's empty.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Geez, is everything all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything's great. What's wrong?" She's like, "Well, you got all these holes where everything used to be."
Yeah.
And I took that like a dagger in the heart.
Yeah.
Oh, never gonna happen again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, I've never had that happen. I mean, if I'm out of something, sometimes you're out of it too, because
Yeah.
we cannot get it.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Right.
what
That was a
it?
COVID thing, too.
Bailey's or
Yeah.
Bailey's for a
Right.
while,
something.
Carolina.
Yeah, that was a COVID
you-
thing. Remember,
yes.
like we could not
You
get
cannot
Jack
get it.
Daniels, but then you go to Myers and they'd be flush with Jack Daniels. and you're
pallet
like, yeah.
of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
remember
look,
that.
That competition is over.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
But just
Yeah.
that whole not being able to get.
yeah, just
Yeah.
certain products.
Yeah, I
it's
just
like,
remember
oh,
that being a
we're not
COVID
getting
thing.
that.
Yeah.
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 It's frustrating.
Right.
Especially when I kind of beat the drum for just about
Yeah.
every brand in here.
Yeah.
Yep.
When
Yeah.
you don't get something.
Yeah.
Like, you're sending it to a place that doesn't give a shit about your business.
Yeah.
They're just looking at volume.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
That's
Yeah. I'm sure
Yeah.
that can.
Yep.
I don't know. I tell you what, though, it's been almost an hour. We should go get
Yeah.
a drink someplace. And something to eat.
Yeah.
Hey, that don't
Sounds
sound
good.
too bad.